Yeah. So, good evening, sir, and good evening, all. So, today we are having Dr. G. Satish Raju uh, for our third talk, which we have started Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Innovation Talk series. And And today's topic that we are going to, have a talk on is introduction to innovation. So we are going to look at innovation and different principles and framework of this innovation. With us, as I may already mentioned, that Dr. G. Satish Raju is an academic expert in marketing and entrepreneurship with over 15 years of experience. He holds a PhD in marketing and MBA in marketing and HR. Currently an assistant professor at Presidency University, he has developed innovative curriculum and lead entrepreneurial initiatives. Dr. Raju has published extensively on topics like entrepreneurship and Internet of Things and manage funded research projects including studies on education and incubators. He holds patent for the thermo-cooler face shield and smart bottle and have received awards like ISB Best SPOC and the UMass Lower Entrepreneurship Challenge Prize. He is certified by NEN and the Ministry of Education. Dr. Raju is recognized leader in entrepreneurial education and innovation. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and allowing to give a talk on introduction to innovation, principle and framework. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, very good evening, sir, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. And uh, first, when I was in 2014, I felt that entrepreneurship is something which is going to trigger the economic development, and education institutions started to, uh, uh, you know, uh, they were developing entrepreneurial activities and entrepreneurial ecosystem. So when I was very much interested, I joined the entrepreneurial networking teams, and with NEN, National Entrepreneurial Network, and TAI, I was associated, and I was, uh, you know, uh, getting into that. And the one thing what I took was it's the innovation which will nurture the students or anybody in the community to create a product or service and start the enterprises. So innovation is more about understanding, what is the requirement and what would be the ecosystem in coming years, and how these coming years will be looking for the products and services. So for example, if we look the internet penetration, when 2G was there, Facebook, Orkut, these have, instant messaging kind of things came. And the innovation was more on social media at that point of time. And communication was moving very well. Then the next was 3G. When 3G came, innovation started to move around what can be used on mobile, what can be brought onto the mobile. Okay. So when I was looking into these things, I was looking like how people needs to think regarding innovation. It's more about what would be the technology which is going to come in the coming years, and what might be the products which will be the need at that point of time. So entrepreneurship more talks about, means innovation is more about thinking about the needs in the coming days, and developing the products and services according to that need requirements. Okay, so there are a lot of things came in. Lot of things came like you know what we can say is you know like it might be food serving apps like Zomato, Ola, Uber, everything came. This is based on the technology, based internet, infrastructure which was developed. And when PG, 4G came, 4G and 5G was there. Now you can see the OTTs. They are streaming. Okay. At the same time, you can also see banking services are more on mobile right now rather than interactive. So when I talk about innovation, sorry, because I am facing little issue with my laptop. I am unable to present my PPTs. Okay. Once it gets done, I can present it. So when I was thinking what to talk about innovation. Then I felt that let's talk about what is innovation. If we define innovation, innovation is the process of creating new value by applying novel ideas, methods, or products to solve the existing and future problems. At the same time, it's the needs which are unmet. And innovation is of more about creating opportunity. As I said, in coming days, metaverse is going to come. Sorry. In coming days, metaverse is going to come. Already, metaverse is there, it is being adapted in several fields, and retail industries are using it as well as tourism sectors are using it, and a lot of innovation is happening in this field. Okay, so what they are doing, they are creating new value. And we are with the 5G, and when it goes to the next level of internet connectivity, then definitely the hospitality, what we say, teleconsultation, doctor and the patient will be, they would be connecting and the treatment would be happening. You need not have to travel to Mumbai or Bangalore or Chennai for, visit the doctors. It can happen. It can happen from the place where we are from. So that is definitely going to create a new value. Innovation is more about creating new value, and innovation is also about applying applying novel ideas. If things are going on, can I do it in another way? Okay, and applying novel ideas is something it might be towards existing products or towards future dream products. Okay, and maybe uh, it is going to create different opportunities. So when we talk about types of innovation, there are basically four types of innovations. Four types of innovations we can talk about, and definitely the one is incremental innovation. Incremental innovation is small improvements to the existing products or processes. So existing products, if you take mobiles, they're already existing, but still a lot of innovation is coming into the mobiles. Okay. And you see the refrigerators, you see, the televisions which we used to use, now they become, LEDs, LCDs came, and a lot of things are happening on television. It's on these televisions. Okay, so these are like it's not that it is incremental innovation. We can also call it as like a agile project kind of thing. Looking into the needs of the customer and creating innovation for the existing products. So incremental innovation is one type, and radical and disruptive innovation. This type of innovation will kill the existing products. Okay, so mobiles, when mobiles were launched, the landlines got disappeared. Landlines got disappeared from the existing world. Okay, and if you see the LEDs or LCDs, okay, now no more televisions. These, smart televisions came in. Okay, and because of mobiles, the camera industry is, almost gone. Okay, and so there are some disruptive innovations happening, radical innovations are happening. Okay, and then innovations that improve existing products for products, means current markets. Okay. Now everything wants to be smart. Everything wants to be connected with internet. And if you want to sustain with your existing product, you need to, bring some innovation into that. We can take example of cars. Nowadays, cars more than travel. We are looking into the features. What features the cars are having. Okay. So a lot of innovation is coming in, cars, whatever, you take any field, any field is running behind these innovations are basically for sustaining. And then the next type is social innovations. Social innovations address societal challenges. Like we can see, there used to be a lengthy process to get a loan. Okay, but now because of this distributed ledger system, it is becoming easy for uh, like NFCs, non-financing corporations, like they are offering credits. No, for example, you can take credit based upon your credibility. Credit is offering you loans. There are many other things. Financial changes are happening. Okay, so social innovation, microfinance was one of the good innovation which happened way back, and now a lot of innovations are happening in fintech. Okay, so this can be called as social innovation. Yeah. So dispensations of purified water in rural areas. Okay, so these are some social innovations like remote health checkup centers. Okay, social innovations are happening. Okay. And these are the basic types of innovation, like incremental innovation, radical innovation, sustaining innovation, social innovation. And I was asked by many people, is innovation for good? Yeah, obviously, innovation is for good. Okay, but we need to think in which areas we need to look for innovation. Okay, so countries like India need more social innovation. Okay, we also need more radical innovations. Okay, social innovations like in agriculture sector we require. Okay, uh, accessing to the finances which are happening in the financial sector, and education is something which needs to be, done through social innovation. Okay, so these are the basic types of innovation, and if I need to talk about principles of innovation we should focus more on customer centricity. Okay. Rather than product centricity, the focus should be more on customer centricity, like understanding the customer needs and problems. So what exactly customer is in need of? Gone are those days where you mass manufacture the products and push them into the market, publicize it and make people buy. Gone are those days. Now, innovation needs to happen with customer centricity. Understand and prioritize your customer needs. Okay, problems. Okay, so in understanding the customer centricity, design thinking is playing a vital role. So design thinking is making the products, more. functionable, and more functions are incorporated into a single product, where customer need not have to buy multiple products. He can avail all these things. He can satisfy all his needs by single product. Okay, so customer centricity is growing on. IKEA is one of the firm, which is more towards a customer centricity innovation. Okay. So when I talk about IKEA, instead of asking their designers to design the furniture, they started to involve the customers. The moment the customers walk into the IKEA stores, they started to give them, a notepad and a tape to measure, and they started to ask the customers, go and see the existing products in our store, and you can, think about remeasure, measuring it, what kind of size you would like, what are the other features you would like to have in assume like a cupboard or a dining table or a chair. Okay, so then the customer started to, tell the, they used to put it on the notepads given by the, service people in IKEA, and they used to say, this is the measurement we would like to have. This is the, these are the things we would like to have. These many racks or gaps, and these are the locks where we want. And lot of innovation in IKEA happened through customer centricity. Okay. And if we think, we know Legos very well. So people, it's puzzles they manufacture, and when they felt that the designing of puzzles are not, motivating the users and motivating the people to enthusiastically purchase, then they asked the customers. Then they asked the customers what kind of puzzles you would like to have. Okay, they asked the customers to design the puzzles and put it on a website. And if 1,000 people likes it, then immediately they started to manufacture those puzzles, and that is how, Legos came back into the market. Okay. So it's the principle what they followed was customer centricity. Okay. They started to understand the customer needs from customer end itself. Then the other principle of innovation is cross-disciplinary collaboration. Okay, so cross-disciplinary collaboration bring together diverse expertise for holistic solutions. They go with different disciplinaries. For example, you can see in US many of the engineering colleges are collaborated with medical colleges. Okay, and according to the medical requirements, the engineers are designing the devices, medical devices. Okay, and they are bringing some tremendous products. Okay, so I would talk about that. Uh, recently, beds, whatever patient beds are there, engineering and medical collaborations were happening. Not only in that, in other disciplines, other fields also, the collaborations are happening. And this is one of the principle. This is another principle which we can use: cross-disciplinary collaboration. Education institutions are collaborating with the industries, and they, instead of industries conducting the research, education institutions are conducting the research. Okay, and they are reducing the burden of industry, and they are coming out with good and brighter solutions. Okay. So cross-disciplinary collaboration is the another principle, and if we want to talk about the next principle, this is agile, and we can call it as experimentation and agility. So this principle is more of trial and error. Right? Innovative product or service, put it into the thing sales. Okay, then look about the customer feedback, and depending upon the user feedback, you can design you know products and services. Okay, so we can take the payment app like phone pay or google pay. Initially they came, you know as payment apps. But now you can see a lot of features have been added. You can invest, you can purchase, you can trade. Okay. So it's like they are putting it on, and this principle says you first try, look, identify the error, okay, then you can pull back the things which are not accepted by the people, and add on the things which are keep on motivating the people to use. Okay. Then the next principle of innovation we can take is scalability. Okay. So scalability is the principle where you need to think about a potential growth of impacting larger markets. Okay. So the retail sector is growing very hugely. Okay, and these retail sector, in that there was one big problem called retail food waste. Okay, so this retail food waste was more of expired products because they had not been monitored properly, and when they come towards the expiry date they were supposed to throw down. Okay, so there were ERPs developed, uh, enterprise resource planning, softwares have been developed where they will identify the products which are nearing to the expiry date, and they will suggest the discounting prices. Okay, so that the products can move out from the shelves or move out from the retail outlets. Okay. So these types of innovations are making the retailers to scale, to expand by minimizing their unforeseen losses. Okay. At the same time, there was, wherever you take about a retail sector, I'm talking as retail sector, many of the retail sectors would, if you go into the reviews, many of the users they complain about uh, billing, standing in the line in a queue, okay, for paying the bills. Okay, now there are certain cases where the customer, who is of zero tolerance, okay, he shopped it, and but by looking into the queue, he started to drop the store, and leave the store. Okay, so by looking into this, now the retail centers are working on self checkouts or multiple bill counters where you can check in, check out, in the multiple what we can say, if they are in 5 floors, operating in 5 floors, they can do billing anywhere in any floor for any product. So these innovations are of scalability. So this innovation come from the principle called scalability, and this scalability is very much important to survive and sustain in the larger markets. Okay. After scalability, then the sustainability comes. There is another principle, the fifth principle in innovation, sustainability. This sustainability focuses on long-term environmental and economic benefit. So long-term economical and social benefits are, if you want to be longer period in the any industry, innovations needs to be focusing on long-term sustainability. Okay. So developing the technologies and the infrastructure or the products in such a way that you know uh, they contribute to the green environment, as well as bring some economic benefits to the stores. Okay, so these are the five principles. The five principles what we discussed was customer centricity principle of innovation, cross disciplinary collaboration principle of innovation, experimentation and agility principle of innovation, scalability, and sustainability. These are the other two principles of innovations. Okay. So when we are thinking about innovation, we need some path or thoughts to guide us. How to innovate. So these principles help us. These principles help us in thinking of innovation. Do I need to think about the customer? Do I need to think uh, by collaborating with some other diverse field and innovate product and service? Or do I need to experiment with my thought process, with my ideas? And just in our way, can I innovate something which helps for the scalability of the particular industry? Okay. And also sustainability of the particular industry. So these principles really help. These principles really help in, uh, you know, uh, bringing innovation into reality. And if it is a two-way communication, I can take few questions. Question maybe people who are viewing, they can put it in the chat so that I can you know go through it and I can okay. I'm waiting to see in the chat, but I'm not getting any questions from the chat. Okay, anyhow, I would continue. I would continue for the framework, and after that, I would see if any questions are there. Okay, then I can uh, look into them. So principles help us to think about innovation. Innovation principles help us to think how we can develop innovation and uh, bring some entrepreneurial innovative products and services. Hey, then when we talk, there should be a framework. There should be a systematic framework. Frameworks are a systematic process which will allow us, to go for better innovation. Okay. So according to me, if I talk about innovation framework, first thing comes is idea generation. Okay. So where you are going to get the ideas from? What are the sources of you know getting ideas? So one of the traditional and the old age way of getting ideas are from customer feedbacks. You can talk to the customers and you can ask them to give a feedback. Okay, and depending upon the customer feedback, you can think what can be brought in, what novel thing can be brought in, so that the customer satisfies. Then you can also look into market trends, how the markets are moving, how the markets are changing. Okay. By looking into market trends, you can develop ideas. You can get some ideas. Okay. Also, you can look into the emerging technologies. What are the technologies which are going to emerge in the coming days? And what kind of products and services are required for those technologies? Okay. So, for example, if the internet connectivity moves from 5G to some 6, 7G, then what kind of mobiles are required? Okay. What kind of accessories are required? Okay, and what innovation needs to be brought. Okay, now AI is usage of AI is increasing. So usage of AI, and now into which product AI can be integrated. Okay, how new products can be developed with AI. Okay, so emerging technologies will be the another source of getting ideas, and at the same time, you can also use benchmarking. Okay, what the competitors are doing, what the best we can do from with the competitor. Okay, so benchmarking is one of the source where we can generate idea. Okay. Then when we can also use some tools, brainstorming. Brainstorming is why, why we want to do this, why we want to do this. Then you can think about what we can do. Okay. Then you can talk about how we can do. Okay. So first start with why and then with what. Okay. Then with how. Okay. So brainstorming is something which ask us to ask why. Okay. So then design thinking. Design thinking is another tool. So the Harvard design technique is there. The five phases or five processes we use. Okay, that tool can be used. Okay, to think to get ideas. And there are like technical tools like Stamper. Okay, Stamper like substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, reverse. Okay, so these are something which can be used. Okay, so basically you can use this. You can use this Stamper and these tools, and you can go on with. And then you can also go with concept development. The second aspect of framework is once idea generation is done, then go for concept development. So in idea generation, once idea is developed, then that idea needs to be validated. Okay. So ideas can be validated through feasibility studies. Is it feasible? Is it feasible? Is this idea feasible? Okay. Uh, and think about developing a prototype, and after developing the prototype, go to the customers, targeted customers, go to the experts, go to the focus groups and show them the prototypes, and validate your concept. Is this concept, is this idea really worthy? Okay, then after that, define the value proposition. What value this concept or idea is going to bring in. Okay. Once you deal with value proposition, okay, once you deal with value proposition and the market fit, then your concept development has been done. Okay. So first, in the framework, you need to generate ideas, idea generation, then concept development. Okay, once the concept development is done, you can validate your ideas to feasibility studies and prototype development, and then you can define the value proposition and market fit. Okay, after that, third step in the framework is prototyping and testing. Okay, so create a prototype or minimum viable product, and go into the, as I said earlier, go to the customer, go to the focus group, go to people and ask them to give their feedback, look into the loops. Okay, what is wrong with the prototype? Okay, what is wrong, what can be included into the prototype? Okay, find the loops and then refine it. Okay, so prototyping and testing is one of the important thing in innovation. So you are supposed to test your prototype. Okay, and once the prototype is tested, go for implementation, develop a launch strategy. Now, how you are going to produce it, who will be your manufacturing collaborators, from where you are going to get the products manufactured, are the services delivered. Okay, develop a launch strategy. Okay, and align all the stakeholders, allocate the resources, and then once the resources are allocated, set your milestones, when, where, how to reach it. Okay, so implementation is another step in the framework, and after that, scaling and sustainability. Okay, so once the product is accepted in the market, people, customers are showing positive impact towards the product, and it's time for to look into the scaling and sustainability. Build for scalability. Well, then think how it can be scaled. We covered it in the principles of innovation, sustainability and scalability innovation. This is where the innovation should be of enhancing the product, No, but a lot of funding is required into the infrastructure, operations, things needs to be looked. So a lot of innovation needs to be coming at this point of time. Okay. So this is the framework of innovation. Okay, and as I said, tools and techniques. There are many tools and techniques which are available widely. Design thinking is one of the technique as we discussed, and Stamper is another technique. And lean innovation or lean startup or lean management, like build, measure, learn, okay, to minimize the waste. Okay, so lean innovation is something which is also good, doing well. And open innovation, collaborate with external entities for ideas and development. Government is also, government has launched very great initiatives like, patents. They are putting patents in IIC portals. Okay, where potential startups can look into those patents and collaborate with the these people and develop products and services which are essential. Okay, and also we can think about the blue ocean strategy where uncontested market space should be identified. Like think about blue ocean, which is very much open, no competitor is there, and what product suits to open market, it's blue ocean market. Okay, and innovation can be run around blue ocean also, and this is how the principles, framework, tools helps you know uh, to make creating and drafting innovation. Okay. So I would like to have some questions so that we can have throw some light onto it.
So I have post in the comment if there are any questions. So in the meantime, I have just one question.
Yeah.
So you mentioned about telemedicine. So I am from pharmacy background, and we as a Swal Life
Yeah.
actually working on a tool which we want to develop for clinical trials in telemedicine. So I would like to
Okay.
understand that when we are talking about innovation, I am actually thinking of having an open innovation where I could actually collaborate with people who can help us with the telemedicine, which can be utilized for clinical trial. So what are your view on this?
Yeah. So means for medicine for clinical trials you are talking, or which can we have a little repeat kind of thing?
So now clinical trials are becoming
Hmm.
decentralized. So decentralized means instead of participant coming at the site, we can actually monitor them at their own places. And to do
Okay,
that,
remote monitoring.
yeah. So to do that, we can use virtual platforms. So like telemedicine is something which can be utilized to monitor the patients at their home in the clinical trial.
Yeah.
So that type of thing I'm uh, working on. We are working on.
Okay. Yeah. So for this, you can collaborate with few medical colleges where they can provide the platform, where patients can come. At the same time, you can also collaborate with some, engineering institutions, which will, help you in developing this platform.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
engineering institutions will provide you the technical support, and the medical, colleges will provide you the clinical, trial support. And from your end, you can, have a trial on that.
So with the idea validation, so like as I said that this is telemedicine or having a telemedicine for clinical trials for decentralized clinical trial is one of my idea, and now this idea I want to take it further and validate it. So how can a student or the person who is having an idea can validate them, and also like thinking of validating and going for funding. So what should be their thought process?
So initially, the students can approach the medical colleges, and they can talk to them. See, we want to, bring something like this. We want to bring a virtual platform where we want to go for trials, clinical trials on people. So is it possible for you to assist us in these trials? Okay. So feedback from them can be taken. Okay. Then
Okay.
we can also visit the tech, supporting institutes. Okay, technology supporting institutes are there. So you can, approach, or students can approach them and take some feedback from them. Okay. Once the feedback is done, they need to develop the concept very clearly, how exactly it looks and works. Okay. And they can also craft the value. What is the additional value it is going to create apart from the traditional way the things are going? Okay. Once it is done, and once feel it's done, almost done, then you can approach, few of the angel investors who are, for example, Pune. In Pune, you can approach few angel investors. You can ask your students to approach few angel investors and discuss their idea with them. And initially, I would say finding the investors is little typical, but you can approach business incubators. There are many technology business incubators are there. It's good to approach the business incubators. These incubators are really helping in collaborations also. Okay. So if student finds it difficult, to find the collaborators, they can go to some business incubators, and every business incubator has their, focus area. Okay. So find something which is looking for medical innovation. Innovation in healthcare. Incubators which are looking for incubators who can incubators who are looking into medical innovations. Once you approve these business incubators, they will help you. They will really help you in collaborating. Okay, so students can easily get it. It's, maybe for students it's difficult to go and meet the investor rightly. Investors cannot be available. Okay, so business incubators will really help.
Yeah, so like the incubators, business incubators will mostly entertain like the people who are want to try and pitch and want an investment, but for the student it will be difficult.
Yeah, so there are certain incubators. Okay, so what they do is it's not mandatory for them to to incubate in the incubator and do the things. Okay. Student incubators can register with that incubators and they can parallelly continue their education. Okay.
Yeah.
At the same time, they can work on, maybe on weekends or evenings, they can go and they can spend some time with many of the incubators have maker zones. Okay.
Mhm.
So they can work with the maker zone and create the prototype. Okay, and connect with the mentors. So it can happen.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for discussing about this innovation and about different principles and framework. Uh, Hopefully, the student who had attend, they will definitely get idea out of this. So, as you explain different types of innovation, then you also talk about telemedicine, market trends, idea validation, and also about the open innovation. And you have touched a lot of information about the innovation types. So with all this information, definitely student will benefit from it. And the purpose of the this innovation series is that only that they will get introduced to different areas to build the startup and scale it up. So thank you, sir. Thank you for joining and pitching for this topic. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank
Uh,
you very much for the opportunity. And I really feel sorry that I could not log into the laptop. I could not present it through PPTs.
yes.
But as the session started, I started to project my PPTs in the laptop, and I started to share it. If possible, I would share the PPTs. You can share it with your students, so it will
Yeah.
be helping them.
Definitely.
And
Yes. Yes.
if possible, you can connect your students because I work in Presidency University Bangalore, and we had a very good incubation center, and they support a lot to the student innovations in the terms of providing the technology, and even initial stage funding is also provided for valid ideas. Okay, so
Okay.
once you can connect with the students, then we can see that they get some incubation support, and students go with their innovative concepts.
Yeah, sure. Definitely, we can actually, think about having a MOU, and that can actually help the student also to do some exchange work as well. So that way, they can go for. Thank you. Thanks.